Gupta. They have not come. કાલે કાલે ગયા હતા તો ક્યાં છે આવે છે ઓકે એમને ક્યાં બેસાડવાના છે હે They are here somewhere. Can move a little further if the space is not there. Make a second row. I'm going to go to sleep. શું છે આ કોની કેટલી છે કોની કોની ઓકે માળા કરની પડેગી Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ba, Hare Ba. He can sit here. He can sit here. There is a space. અને પછી ઉઠી જશે તો એ પગે લાગવા આવવાનો જ છે ને. હરે કૃષ્ણ, હરે કૃષ્ણ, હરે કૃષ્ણ, હરે કૃષ્ણ, અહીંયા બેઠી જાય. उसका बड़ा आएगा. अरे क्या नहीं, भगवान को पीठ बता के नहीं बैठना, तो यहीं बैठे. अब यहीं हरे कृष्ण, हरे कृष्ण, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
What we'll do with the Brahmin trade there? Brahmin trade में
उन लोगों की प्लेट में रख दो. उन लोगों की प्लेट में रख दो. He has his own. હા તો 3 છે ને, 4 જણા છે. अरे तो उसका ब्राह्मण उसके पास ही है ना.
only 3, not 4.
नहीं.
Only 3.
Whose side? From here, but Brisbane. My devotee came from Brisbane.
Yeah.
So including.
Second initiation, only 3.
Only 3.
No, 2 girls, they don't need thread, no? Only
No.
3 Prabhu.
Yeah.
Altogether 5.
5 are there.
5. Second initiation, 5.
Second 5.
5.
So.
3 Brahmins there.
Okay, 2 men and 1 female. Okay, all right. 3 છે. હા, એ લોકોની પ્લેટમાં મૂકી દો. નમઃ શિવાય, પુત્ર શાંતિ, સ્વામી Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, તમારી સીટ ક્યાં છે? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
બદલીને આવી હોય.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Okay, sure. Let them do the purification first, and then you change the dates, and then I'll speak to them. आगे खींचो. Om Tad Vishnu Shanti Sukham Tad Vipraya. Okay. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshulmilitan Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupakadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Jata Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sujivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitanscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Se Hari Priya Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Patitanam Pavane Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaham Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarane Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktorunda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Just repeat after me. Om Apavitra Pavitro Va Sarvavastham Gatopi Va Yasmarit Pundarikaksham Saha Bahya Abhyantara Suchihi Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu. Purified or unpurified, in whichever state we might be going through, if we chant 3 times the name of Lord Vishnu, it is considered to be purified inside and out. Now, this becomes the basis of our spiritual progress. So, it is not only customary to assume any religious process with chanting of the holy name of Lord Vishnu, but it is also very profound that it is the only remedy to cross over the ocean of birth and death. And if we develop nishtha, means very confirmed, unshakable faith, we will not only be liberated, but we will be on the spontaneous path of devotional service to go back home, back to God. So the first initiation is to practice the chanting process and make it perfect. Second initiation is given for interaction with the deity. They are not idols. They are archa vigrahas, which means they are worshipable and they have their transcendental potencies invested in the form of the Paramatma. So the pujari, who has also Paramatma, and the deity, which has also Paramatma feature, which is common for interaction in the spiritual way. So those who will be taking second initiation must cultivate the ideal interactive behavior, both with the deity as well as the same way to the congregation. Otherwise, it will be controversial. So it is recommended in the third canto of Srimad Bhagavatam by Kapil Dev to Mother Devhuti that an advancing devotee has to be very, very careful in dealings. These are not material. Vaishnava character is not material dealing. It is the ideal behavior of life in practice. So that is the opportunity to be given in second initiation. So for the first initiation, they begin with chanting purely without committing any offense. But offense are created by anarthas, and anartha is created by ignorance of the efficacy of the holy name. So we have to sequentially go back and start correcting, even though chanting of Hare Krishna has become so much familiar. But familiarity also breeds contempt. So purification is extremely needed, both external, internal. The holy name is capable of doing it. So we must know the efficacy of the holy name. And Haridas Thakur was empowered to speak on that by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, even though illiterate, and not coming from his Muslim tradition even, but he perfected his life through chanting the holy name alone, which covers three aspects of the first three angas of bhakti: Shravanam, Kirtanam, and Vishnu Smaranam. We have to pay attention to the first two. Smaranam does not come automatically. It is damn difficult because our mind is somersaulting all the time with the material desires, and everything is so much as if you are struggling against. Many people struggle even to finish their rounds. But you are committing, you have desire to go. So naturally, there should not be any discouragement. You have to chant in association with the devotees, and that will be fructifying in your chanting as a pure chanting. All right. Alone, it's a struggle. The holy name acts best in Brahma Murta because Brahma Murta provides the mode of goodness, but it is only for 1.5 hours before the sunrise. So if you are able to finish your chanting during that time, the best. And Rajogun begins with sunrise. People become active just to fill in their stomach. And again, it drives us into bodily conception so heavy that the transcendental effect will not be perceived. It will be rather, we call struggle. So your chanting in after sunrise will become not that high quality. What to speak those who want to chant in the evening after sunset when tamogun is going to be predominant? So you can't play around with the chanting according to your convenience. So it brings in a discipline. Accepting first initiation means discipleship, but without discipline, this discipline is there. Otherwise, in the beginning, there are no hard and fast rules for chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. But in discipline, yes, we become much more aware of the effects of the holy name. Are we improving? Are we getting before the any misery strike? Are we able to tolerate it, or strong to cross over those difficulties? So that fearlessness also comes. So there are so many changes in our lives will be happening, which people who do not chant does not get any opportunity to do that. So the idea is that to cultivate discipline is the foremost responsibility of a disciple. And the entire disciplic succession is behind you. Not only your guru, but the entire disciplic succession. That is the glory of Srila Prabhupada, that he brought an unbroken chain of disciplic succession to back your process. Process is perfect because the parampara is perfect. So we have parampara. Those who do not have parampara, they will have a lot of difficulties through the authorization. So we need to look into these serious aspects of our undertaking of chanting Hare Krishna. Of course, everything is joyful. But in the beginning, the ananda is like sweet rice mixed with sand. Even though it tastes sweet, but you can't enjoy. So, unless and until our Shraddha becomes Nishtha, we will not taste purely. Most of the sand pebbles that are in the form of ignorance, bigger pebbles are anarthas, more bigger like rocks, they are the aparadas. So if we check in to the aparadas, there are several aparadas. Nam aparadas there, Vaishnava aparadas there, the Seva aparadas are there, Dham aparadas there. Oh my God, it's a list. You have to be aware. But we tell only about the Nam aparad. One must be very, very sensitive to that. And the first and foremost offense is to blaspheme the devotee who has dedicated his life in propagating the holy name of the Lord. Why it is that? Because the axiomatic truth that holy name is non different from Lord Krishna himself. Nama chintamani Krishnasya chaitanya rasa vigraha purna shuddho nitya mukto abhinnatvam nama namino. Abhinnata means both are on the same level, same, and cannot be distinguished from each other. That is called same. It's not identical. Identical situation keeps duality. They are identical. It doesn't matter which is first and which is second, but both are identical. So even identical twins are there, but one becomes first. Who comes out first becomes senior, and other is junior. All right. So identical means duality is still there, but they are similar. So when we see abhinnatvam namino, abhinnata means non-difference. They are one and the same. The holy name is simply by thinking about the holy name, it manifests. What about serving the holy name? Thinking is also a matter of serving, but in thinking you have to know how are you serving. Generally thinking doesn't mean it. It is impersonal, even can be thought, but not salient features, not the qualities, not the personalities. You can't think of. So chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, where Prabhupada gives the three root meanings of Hara, Krishna and Rama. Hara is addressed as internal potency to Srimati Radharani. Krishna is all attractive Supreme Personality of Godhead, if for Vrindavan, which is the chief name, and his enjoying potency is called Ram. It's not that, Krishna and Ram. Well, Balaram is there, Nityananda Ram is there, Parshuram is also there. Who are you calling? Prabhu. Your attention will be little deviated. But it is the same Krishna who is the reservoir of pleasure. Ramanti yoginaha satyanande chidatmani iti rama pade nasho parabrahma abhidiyate. The Supreme Absolute Truth, known as Ram, is meditated by the yogis within their heart. That is Krishna. So, in etymology of the word Krishna, Kru dhatu is all supportive and Na means all blissful. That is how totality of Krishna is understood. Then in the name Krishna, everything is considered to be available. Means Ram Tattva also belongs to Krishna. But specifically, there is some secret. All right? Why we indulge Radharani in it? I'll tell you. So, the yogis meditate on the Rama Tattva of Krishna. But the agency of Rama Tattva, the reservoir of the pleasure, is Radharani. And Radharani expands for the pleasure pastimes of Lord Shri Krishna in so many different, as a regulatory potency is Rama. I have one Rama Mataji here. And Ram Prabhu is also here. But are you considering your worshipable role Ramchandra? Then who? Only Krishna. Okay, we'll tell you. So, Ramanti yoginaha satyanande chidatmani iti rama pade nasho parabrahma abhidhiyate. Parabrahma is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And he came Purna Purushottam. Purna Purushottam. Ramchandraji is also expansion of Purna Purushottam, but he came with Maryada, so he is better known as Maryada Purushottam. So there is slight differences there, and according to the Leela and for the purpose of our understanding. Okay. Otherwise, it's absolute truth. But how Radharani is involved in the absolute truth? Niyati sa Ramadevi. In Brahma Samhita, this is the internal potency of the Lord, regulatrix potency for Lord Krishna's unbounded love. Because the love is the only source to extract the Ananda potency from the reservoir of Ananda. Krishna is Sat Chit Ananda Vigraha. Ananda is the reservoir of bliss potency. And Radharani is the manifestation of the bliss potency. It's called Hladini potency. Ahlad is the joy of the heart. And Prahlad had already achieved within the womb of his mother. He was so lucky. Ahladini potency is the internal potency of bliss. Blissful. Bliss is not happiness. Happiness may be perceived through the skin, but it is not lasting. So, our senses are not going to understand the bliss. They have to be purified. The joy of eyes, the joy of tongue while taking prasadam, but joy is also there while chanting Hare Krishna. That is the joy of the tongue. So, we need to purify our senses. The holy name itself will be purifying if we use our senses in the service of the master of senses. Rishikena Rishikesham Sevanam Bhakti Ruchyate. So Sarvapadir Vinirmuktam Tat Paratpena Nirmalam. Just give up your material different designations of understanding. Then you will be purified. So, we do not consider, oh, I am a learned, so I want to know what is the meaning of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Watch out. The so-called material intelligence is very tricky. Want to make so many different meanings out of it. So, everything which is understood through our blunt senses will commit offense. So, all these 10 offenses are listed, and we have to be very careful. So, Nama Chintamani Krishnasya Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha. Chintamani means you think and it should manifest. When that stage will come. It's far-fetched. So it is not only poetic rendition, but it will manifest. Rest assured this process is so perfect. Prabhupada said, I may be imperfect, but the process I follow is perfect. And that process Krishna is revealing to Arjuna. In the 9th chapter, very first verse, first two verses. Idam te guhyatamam pravakshami anasuyave. Guhyatamam. Guhya, guhyatar and guhyatamam. Most secret. Anasuyave. You are not envious of me. I am revealing you the most confidential knowledge by my own sweet will. You did not ask, but I am telling you because you are not envious of me. So second initiates, when you will deal with the deities, you can't remain envious of even congregation. Cultivate that intimacy with the divine character of the Paramatma. That is the benefit. And it is described very well by Kapil Muni to Devahuti in the 3rd canto. So we need to make a progress in the second initiation. So, Chaitanya means life source. Rasa Vigraha. Vigraha means the embodiment which is filled with all different mellows. Nama is Rasa Vigraha, filled with all mellows. Purna Shuddha, there is nothing purer than the holy name of Krishna. Nitya Mukta, it is ever liberated. It is not a product of material nature that it will be confined to bondage. No. It does not depend on anybody, this holy name. Because it's imported from Golok Vrindavan. Golokera Prema Dhana Harinama Sankirtan. It is imported from Vrindavan. How it is going to be evaluated materially? It's not possible. And Abhinatva Manamino. There is no difference between Nam and Namina, the possessor of the name. Name and possessor of names are identical. But they are one and the same. All right? One and the same. Don't say which comes first. The personality comes first or the name? You do not know the personality. Personality is revealed by the name. All right? So therefore, we have to be very careful not to offend the transcendental nature of the holy name. We must know the efficacy. Efficacy is not there. Say, yes, for example, I am ignorant about the holy name. Then, even though I am chanting, because I do not know the efficiency or the generating efficacy, I may misunderstand. I may become callous, lethargic, take the name so cheap that I just simply vibrate without any meaning, unawareness. So these are all different kinds of pitfalls that we have to take care. Always chant consciously, not as a tape recorder repeating. No, be conscious of the holy name, because it is going to reveal you, Lord Krishna. Because there is no difference. So, in the age of Kali, there is no other one parallel or superior, solving of our Kali Yuga. Kalau dosha nidhe rajan asti eko mahadguna kirtanad eva krishnasya mukta sangam param rajet. So you can glorify kirtan, means glorify the holy name by chanting your rounds, by performing sankirtan, or kirtan as such, but congregational chanting is called Sankirtan. And Sankirtan is expanding into so many activities just to spread the glories of the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, never blaspheme a devotee who has dedicated his life for propagating the holy name of the Lord. This is the Jaganya Aparad. Only remedy is then immediately beg forgiveness to whom one has offended. Okay? And if he doesn't do, then what happens? His spiritual life will be doomed. right from the beginning, the holy name itself takes the offense, not the devotee. Because by the potency of the holy name, that devotee was inspired to preach. And so how can you blaspheme him? That devotee may not be advanced even, doesn't matter. But Krishna Shakti vina nahi tara pravartan. Without the potency of the holy name, you cannot preach. So the holy name is offended. If you offend a devotee who is spreading the holy name, is glorifying the holy name, everything is happening by the holy name, which is extremely potent. You do not need any outside potency to help your chanting even. It should come from your heart, and then it will be more effective. Because if heart is purified, it will purify all other external existence of the limbs. So, the first and foremost offense, if bahujanma yadi kare shravana kirtana tabutana paye Krishna pade premadhana. The holy name is not only purifying, but is able to give you love of Godhead, which is the ultimate goal of this life. It will not be there. You may think, oh, I will counteract by chanting. But bahujanma yadi kare shravana kirtan. So, the offense will hang on. One devotee asked me, Maharaj, if somebody has committed an offense at the lotus feet of the devotee, but that devotee passes away after some time, then he lost the opportunity of begging the forgiveness. What will be the situation? I mean, he was telling hypothetically, but sometimes it happens that knowingly or unknowingly we are committing offenses. Right? So, he said, what will be the situation? I said, he better go to the association of the devotees and declare it. Please help me, how do I get rid of this offense the Prabhu has learned? Then what will be the best answer? To help him somewhat, not total. He should continue his devotional service. All right? That is a fact. Even how abominable offense one might have committed. Api chet suduracharo bhajate mam ananya bhak. Probably that offense might have made him so much threatened and aware that it is going to chase him like a ghost all his life. Then what? He has to take help. But if it is bhajate mam ananya bhak, he can be given opportunity to that. All right? And sadhurevo samantavya. He should be considered to be a sadhu. Sadhu means in purifying stage. Is also sadhu. Because samyak vyavasthiti he has obtained, means he is steadfast that by hook or crook I will not commit any offense again, but I have already committed and the person is not there, so who will help me? If he is alive, can I go and beg offenses in his photograph? I mean, so many speculative questions will arise. And these are not ever discussed many times. But, he put me on the hook. So I have to think, wow, something is should be in Krishna consciousness. We cannot go out of the periphery of Krishna consciousness. The best strength in chanting of the holy name is togetherness in the association of the devotees. Alone you do not know. You have only association of your mind. You can't trust your mind. Otherwise, how could you commit an offense in the first place? Is it not? So, he should become so much humble in front of his fellow devotees, and if some remedy or little remedy or some solace is there, that offender should assume the services. The person offended who passed away, and give all the credits of his services to him. Become his menial servant and continue his Krishna consciousness. Of course, that regret will be there. But as soon as such intimacy is cultivated in the service attitude of that offended devotee, there will be some kind of relief, and he may meet in the further spiritual life, because he is always thinking of him, and because he passed away, he must be engaged in better service. Say, Srila Prabhupada, in association with Srila Prabhupada. So naturally, he will be given benefit, and gradually his personal begging the forgiveness will become possible. Because like-mindedness, the birds of feathers flock together. They cannot become, separated people. So anyway, this is not a common situation. But in Shuddha Bhakti Chintamani, this kind of, situations are discussed. It is best to beg the forgiveness. Even the offended devotee is there in presence of other devotees. Do not ask the forgiveness in private, but in the assembly of the devotees. So that is the most formidable offense. We have to be aware of it. Never commit. दुर्वासा मुनि, जैसे दुर्वासा मुनि को सबक मिल गया. He got the lesson. You know the story, right? Everybody knows. I don't want to repeat, otherwise it will go for another half an hour. Second offense is to consider the names of demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal to or independent of name of Lord Vishnu. Yastu Narayanam Devam Brahmarudradi Daivatam Samatvena Vikheta Sa Pakhandi Bhavidravam. One becomes a hypocrite if he does not know how to distinguish the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And because at one universal level, Lord Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva, they are called the controllers, Ishas. They are one and the same. So, considering the names of demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal to name of Vishnu, this is not possible. Our Vishnu, this is Kshirodakshaya Vishnu, who is expanding himself as Paramatma as well as the controller of the mode of goodness, is on one universal level. But Garbhodakshai Vishnu is the soul of the entire universe. And there are multitude of universes where Karanodakshai Vishnu is responsible. So ultimately Vishnu Tattva remains the same, but Jiva Tattva is Brahma and Shiva Tattva is Shiva. Lord Shiva means Kalyanakari. Always benefactor of the welfare of, all the living entities. But he is in charge of mode of ignorance. Sometimes he becomes also victimized at this level. But Shankar is transformation from Shankarshan. So he has a divine descendants also. So Lord Shiva is respected, and Lord Shiva wants a little more respect than Brahma. Otherwise they will also fight. Material world is a place of quarrel, and the quarrel starts from Brahma and Shiva. That is another story, long story. That's given in Mahabharata also. All right? But the point is that everything is emanating from one source. That is Krishna. So understanding Krishna Tattva will be more definitive of the Supreme Personality of Godhead than understanding Vishnu Tattva. Of course, qualitatively, there is no much difference between Krishna and Vishnu, because they sometimes change the position back and forth. We say Krishna is the origin, Vishnu is the derivative, one of the expansions of him. And when Krishna appears, or all the avatars are appearing, which are Krishna Tattva, they appear through the medium of Vishnu Tattva. So therefore, Sri Sampradaya will say, Vishnu is Mahan. But our Rupa Goswami will say, wait a minute. Our cardinal truth given in Srimad Bhagavatam is that ete chansa kalapunsa krishnastu bhagavana swayam. All these are ansh and kalas, expansion and part of the expansions. But Krishna is himself the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is called Mahavakya for Gaudiya Vaishnavas. Therefore, they say Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, not Vishnu. Vishnu is Purushavatas, avatar of Purush Tattva. Only one Purush Tattva is there, that is Krishna. But Purushavatar, हम लोग तो झूठे पुरुष हैं भाई. हम बता देते हैं, बंडा फोड़ देते हैं. Actually, the soul of man is also female in nature. जीवेर स्वरूप होर नित्यर कृष्ण दास कृष्णेर तटस्थ शक्ति भेद अभेद प्रकाश. ये शक्ति तो फेमिन है. पुरुष को पास यदि शक्ति है, when he is having, we call it शक्तिशाली. शक्तिशाली. बहुत सारे अपभ्रंश भी होंगे. You will misinterpret so many ways. शक्तिशाली. तेरी साली शक्ति होगी. Like that. I mean, so many different meanings will be there. But no, Tattva is Shakti. Soul is feminine nature. It cannot be masculine. So the body is masculine means it's a Jutha Purusha. And that's why we are supposed to kill that false Purushatva that came through the building material called Anna. Annad Bhavanti Bhutani. Right? And in the same way, Purushatva means also an enjoying spirit, which is also in female. So they are also Purusha at that same time. But forget it. Lord Shiva will teach us how the jivas are covered with false ego. And Lord Shiva has a business to smash our false ego. At the time of death, watch out. Sare ahankar tod dega. He will smash our false ego. Jabarjasti se. So, anyway, everybody, all the demigods have function to in the management of the material energies created by Krishna. All the functionary aspects in our body are controlled by the demigods. You are seeing because there is Agni Devta there. You are digesting, but you are not digesting. Aham Vaishvanaro Bhutva Praninam Dehamasritam Pranapana Samayuktam Pachanam. So how come demigods are equivalent to the Supreme Personality of Godhead? They are all dependent upon the name of Vishnu or Krishna. So, Yastu Narayanam Devam Brahma Buddhadi Daivatam Samatvena Vikheta Sapakhandi. They are hypocrites. They do not know there is only one God. So, comprehensively we are taught by understanding the second offense. That no, our worshipable Lord is only Krishna. If you worship the demigods, you will go to the planets of the demigods. Yanti devrata devan pitrunyanti pitruta bhutan jani bhutte jayanti madhyajino pimam. Krishna is keeping himself aloof. And why do you want to mix them? You have to obey the terms of Krishna because he is the absolute truth. Param Brahma Param Dhamma. And we are supposed to accept the way Arjuna accepts the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. Not so-called Hinduism, or we believe in pantheism, multitude of gods. They don't know. Anyway, the third offense is to disobey the orders of spiritual master. Spiritual master has no business in entering the material life of himself as well as his devotees. His instructions are purely spiritual, guiding how to navigate, to cross over the formidable ocean of material sufferings. In Srimad Bhagavatam, this is described that the human body is a very suitable boat to cross over the ocean of material suffering, where the favorable wind, the driving force is the holy name. And Guru Karanadharam, the spiritual master should be at the helm to navigate our life. So, to disobey the orders of spiritual master, which are spiritual in nature, if a spiritual master gives you material advice, how do I invest my money? Can I do in stock and bonds? Well, that's not spiritual master's business. Huh? आप हमें आशीर्वाद दे दो. Give me your blessings. For what? For my material life to be secure. No. Are Baba, one time it happened in Bombay when Prabhupada was building the Jehu temple. He made his office there. And every time, every day one nearby merchant, he is a sheth, means, what do you call sheth? A big businessman, okay? He would come and pay his obeisances to Srila Prabhupada and beg for blessings. Guru Maharaj, Ashirvad de do. And Prabhupada said, okay, go. Yeah. Oh. Chala jata. He would go. No other business, but it became a habit of him. Every day he would come. Then Prabhupada was serious, and he came to beg the blessings. He said, Prabhu, I am going to give you today the blessings that all your material problems will be finished within these blessings. You will not have any more material life. And oh my God, that fellow never came back. Yeah, never came back. So a spiritual master is not for your material convenience, The fourth offense is to blaspheme the Vedic literature or literature in pursuance of the Vedic version. Vedic version, Vedas are the final authority of all the processes, including bhakti. Bhakti is within the purview of the Vedas, but it is available only to those who are desiring to get out from this material world. Therefore, in the Vedas, you will not find bhakti apparently. It is hidden. In Upanishads, it is revealed little bit. First, the absolute truth, personality of Godhead will be revealed. Just like in Sveta Sattara Upanishad, we are getting a confirmation from that. Na cha tasya karanam karanam cha vidyate, na cha tasamasam abhi adhikacha drashyate, parasya shaktir vivitiya sruyate, swabhavikihi jnana bala kriyacha. For the supreme absolute truth, there is no cause, but he is the cause of all causes. Karanam and karanam. Karanam means to do, and Krishna doesn't have to do anything. Does he have to earn his livelihood? No. But he is making troubles, of course, to trouble others who are avoiding him in his original nature. He will become a trouble maker. But because he is the supreme enjoyer, that is his lila. So one who is envious of him, he will be posing as trouble. And that's why we never surrendered to him all this lifetime. We were afraid of him. And many are still afraid. They think Krishna consciousness is a part-time job. Watch out. I named you as Devahuti Kapil, not impostor Kapil, okay? Watch out. So you have to be a good preacher in the spirit of Kapil Dev. In Thailand, there are a lot of mothers there. They are waiting to be preached. So, everything is revealed in Vedic scriptures. The scriptures are the final authority. And we also adopt that. Whatever you state, anything about Krishna, it must be supported by Guru, Sadhu and Shastra. Right? The Shastras are ultimate authority. All right. So, to blaspheme the Vedic literature or literature in pursuance of the Vedic version, pursuance means telling the same truth. There is only one truth without second. Sat ekam vipraha bahudha vadanti. Only one absolute truth is there. But people explain it because it has many facets. But it is condensed only one. And the Vedas declared that Satyameva jayate na nrutam. But Mayavadi says Satyameva jayate. They neglect the other part. Na anrutam. Rutam means factual. Anrutam means artificial intelligence, IV. What do they call? AI. Now the AI business is artificial intelligence, right? It is factual or make-believe? Make-believe. It is not factual. But yet, everybody can be fooled. Just live in a hallucinating world like Cinderella story. They are going back to Cinderella story in internet, IV, artificial, AI. All right? What is Satya? Satyameva jayate. And our first aphorism, Satyam, Janmadyasya yataha anvayaditaraschasya abhigyasvarat tene brahmaradaya adi kave muhyanti yat surya tejo vari mridam yatha vinimaya trisargo amrusha dhamna svena sada nirasta kuhakam satyam param dhimahi. That is Satyam param dhimahi. Is absolute truth. Is one without, second, and that we are meditating upon. That is Krishna. Krishna is not partial, impersonal, or localized, but he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So if you know the personality, you will also know his locality, his address, and you will also know his influence all over. So personality is most important. We are not impersonal, but impersonal realization is a partial realization. Vadanti tattva vidas tattvam yad jnanam advayam brahmeti paramatmeti bhagavaniti shabdate. This is Srimad Bhagavatam, under the authority. Srila Vyasadeva depicted his own sons giving lectures, on Bhagavatam. So the idea is that everything is in revealed scriptures. How can you think that is imagination? Chanting Hare Krishna is also imagination. No, there's the fifth one. Chanting Hare Krishna is not imagination because it is showing you stage-wise transformations from the raw to the refined. There are so many changes will be there. And you will recognize it will happen right before your eyes. Pratyaksha avagamam dharmyam susukham kartum avyayam. This is the fact. So how could it be imaginary? And chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra is imaginary? Yeah, but people do. In 1980, when I was visiting India, because my grandmother passed away and I went. So in India, what is the what do you call